Have you ever wondered what will happen to the Philippines if the policy of Donald Trump about the suspension of foreign aid for 90 days became effective? Yes, we're talking about the American foreign aid that has been a lifeline for many nations across the globe, including the Philippines. Picture this: the United States, a renowned global benefactor, suddenly puts a pause on its foreign aid for 3 months. Seems like a short span, doesn't it? But the ripple effects of this policy could be far-reaching and profound. Now let's bring the Philippines into focus. This Southeast Asian nation has been a regular recipient of US foreign aid, which plays a critical role in several areas. Think about the numerous development projects that are partially or wholly funded by this aid. These projects, aimed at improving infrastructure, education, and economic stability, could come to a grinding halt. Then there's the disaster relief aid. The Philippines, being geographically situated in the Pacific Ring of Fire and a major pathway of typhoons, frequently faces natural calamities. US aid often steps in, providing immediate relief and support in these times of crisis. What happens when this help is abruptly withdrawn? And we can't overlook the health initiatives. From battling endemic diseases to improving general healthcare facilities, US foreign aid has been instrumental in promoting better health in the Philippines. With the suspension of aid, could the health sector take a hit? Now imagine a potential scenario where this aid is suddenly suspended for 90 days. What could happen? Could the Philippines weather this storm, or would it buckle under the pressure? These are questions that we need to explore and understand, for they not only affect the Philippines, but potentially set a precedent for other nations as well. So let's delve deeper into this topic in our next scene. Stay tuned, and as always, keep wondering. How dependent is the Philippines on US foreign aid? Well, to answer that, let's delve into the annals of history. The relationship between the United States and the Philippines has been intertwined since the late 19th century, with the US providing foreign aid to the Philippines for over a century now. This aid has played a significant role in shaping the country's economic, political, and social landscapes. In the aftermath of World War II, the Philippines was left devastated, and US aid played a crucial role in the country's reconstruction. Fast forward to today, and this aid continues to flow, albeit for different reasons. From bolstering the Philippines' defense capabilities to assisting in disaster recovery and promoting economic development, US foreign aid has been a constant presence. The Philippines' dependency on this aid is palpable. Let's take a look at a few areas. In the health sector, US aid has helped combat diseases, improve maternal and child health, and strengthen healthcare systems. In education, it has contributed to the construction of schools, teacher training, and the provision of learning materials. And in infrastructure, it has supported the building of roads, bridges, and other crucial facilities. But it's not just about the numbers. The US foreign aid has also been a symbol of the enduring friendship between the two nations, a beacon of hope in times of calamity, and a catalyst for progress and development. Now imagine a scenario where all this aid suddenly dries up. With the recent announcement by President Trump to suspend all US foreign assistance for 90 days, this is no longer a hypothetical question. It's a stark reality that the Philippines might soon have to face. But what if this aid were to suddenly disappear? That's the question we'll be exploring in the next chapter. So, stay tuned as we dive deeper into the immediate impacts and potential outcomes of this game-changing policy shift. What would be the immediate impact of a suspension of foreign aid on the Philippines? Let's delve into this fascinating question. In the short run, a suspension of foreign aid would indeed have a significant impact. The Philippines, like many developing nations, relies on foreign aid to fund various development projects and programs. These range from infrastructure projects, such as the construction of roads, schools, and hospitals, to social programs aimed at alleviating poverty and improving education and healthcare. So what happens when this funding source suddenly runs dry? Well, the most immediate effect would likely be a halt to these ongoing projects and programs. Imagine a school being built suddenly left unfinished, or a healthcare initiative abruptly coming to a standstill. The results, unfortunately, would be quite dire. Moreover, the Philippines would also face economic repercussions. Foreign aid often acts as a buffer, filling in the gaps in the nation's budget. Without this source of funding, the government would have to find other ways to finance its spending, which could lead to increased borrowing and a rise in public debt. But it's not all doom and gloom. The suspension of foreign aid could also serve as a wake-up call for the Philippines. It could encourage the country to become more self-reliant, to find new ways of generating income and funding its projects and programs. It could stimulate innovation and entrepreneurship, leading to sustainable development that is not reliant on external aid. This immediate impact, though potentially disruptive and challenging, could also be a catalyst for change. It could push the Philippines to reassess its dependency on foreign aid and to explore new paths towards self-sustainability. But what about the long-term impact? What would happen after the 90 days? What could be the long-term impact of this suspension of aid? Let's delve into the possibilities. The Philippines, like many other nations, is interwoven in a global tapestry of economic and humanitarian aid. With the suspension of American aid, the nation could face potential economic stagnation. The US has been a vital source of fiscal support, and this halt could result in a slowdown in economic growth and investment. The effects of this could ripple through society, potentially leading to increased poverty rates. With less financial support for development projects, social programs and infrastructure, the most vulnerable populations could face even greater challenges. Moreover, there's the potential for increased instability. The absence of American aid could create a vacuum, leaving room for other nations or non-state actors to exert influence. This could lead to shifts in the geopolitical landscape and possibly even destabilize the region. But it's not all doom and gloom. There could be a silver lining to this cloud. The suspension of aid could push the Philippines towards increased self-reliance. It could foster a spirit of resilience and serve as a catalyst for the nation to explore new avenues for economic growth and development. The Philippines could also seize the opportunity to forge new alliances and partnerships. The international community is vast and diverse, and there are numerous potential partners who could step in to fill the void left by the US. This could even lead to a new era of economic independence. The nation could work towards reducing its reliance on foreign aid altogether, charting its own course and shaping its own destiny. But could the Philippines survive without US aid? The road ahead may be fraught with challenges, but with resilience, ingenuity, and strategic alliances, it is certainly possible. This could be the beginning of a new chapter in the nation's history, one marked by independence and self-reliance. Could the Philippines survive and thrive without US foreign aid? It's a question that dances on the edge of reality and speculation. But it's a question worth exploring, isn't it? Imagine a world where the Philippines no longer leans on the crutch of American aid. It might seem like a daunting prospect at first, but it's not impossible. In fact, it could be a catalyst for growth and independence. When we look at the wider global community, we see a plethora of potential sources for aid or income. There are international partnerships waiting to be formed, trade opportunities waiting to be seized. The world is a vast place, teeming with potential allies and trading partners beyond the United States. Consider the possibility of increased trade. The Philippines, an archipelago blessed with a diverse range of resources, could tap into its own potential. From its abundant agricultural produce to its skilled labor force, the country has much to offer to the world. And then there are other international partnerships. The world is not limited to just one superpower. There are other countries, other alliances that could step in where the US has stepped back. The European Union, Japan, Australia, and even China could potentially fill the void left by the US. But here's the thing. Surviving without aid isn't just about finding a new benefactor. It's about standing on your own 2 feet. It's about using this as an opportunity to foster self-reliance, to build a robust and resilient economy that can weather storms without external support. So, while the suspension of foreign aid could have significant impacts, it also presents opportunities for growth and independence. It's a chance for the Philippines to redefine its role on the world stage, to seize the reins of its own destiny. Because sometimes the greatest growth comes from the greatest challenges, and this, my friends, could be one of those times. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.